taller.
Yeah, honey, I know. I know. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you coming on. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, honey. Yeah, I'm in the studio. I'm about to go. Damn, yeah, it was only 1 or 2 pictures, and it was just 'cause. 10, yeah. It was 10. You counted them. Huh. Well, I liked them all because she had a fat. Thank you. I gotta go. Love you, bye. Taking no shorts. Coming right up.
We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Now I gotta talk, we all gotta be quiet. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding. I'm a man, I'm 40.
And now your host, Taking No Shorts podcast, J Grizzly.
That's right, I'm a man. And you're listening to Taking No Shorts podcast. I am your host, J Grizzly Green, a.k.a. Mr. Leave No Meat on This Bone, a.k.a. the Great Grizzo, the Great Grizzolina, a.k.a. Hide Your Auntie. Anyway, thank you all for checking out Taking No Shorts podcast on all streaming platforms. We appreciate you chiming in and giving us the opportunity, and not me the opportunity to entertain you. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate it. Make sure you leave comments, criticize me, call me, whatever you want. Just don't cancel me just yet. Just don't cancel me just yet. This is episode 2, y'all. We are really off to the races and running. And let's go ahead and introduce the guests first, so we can start the podcast. I'm so excited. I don't know what y'all did today, but I was so excited. At 8:04, E-Beats hit me with a word that I probably heard at 55 million times, but he said, what it was, graceful. I'm graceful for the day. Got through the day. Man, I know I made the right decision putting this homeboy on the team, ladies and gentlemen. I can't even get to the goddamn board to get a round of applause, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and get to our guests now. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start this side to the left, right?
Exactly.
I'm gonna introduce this guy, right?
Exactly.
This guy here, y'all gonna know him when you hear his voice, because it's been rocking these internet airwaves for the last 11 years through Legacy Internet Radio, y'all. And he been putting it down, been putting his foot in the mix for a minute now. He over there being all humble, hand crossed and everything. And if you go to hopefully I had the Patreon if y'all want to hear the back conversation between me and Mark, because we did one of these joints before we doing one of these joints. And so he came in that Obi-Wan on the motherfucker.
Exactly.
Ladies and gentlemen, my homeboy, he not just my homeboy, but he a good brother. Marcus J, host of Ain't No Half Stepping. I'm going to give you a round of applause, y'all. Legacy Internet Radio in the building. What's up, man?
Hey, man, I'm so glad to be here.
You laid back tonight?
Yeah, well, I did some things before I got here.
I hope I treated you as a guest so far.
You did, man.
I hope I'm being a good host.
You are a good host. You are a graceful host. You're a good man. I appreciate you, and you gave me a wonderful introduction. I appreciate that. You know how I feel about you and how much I love you. So the fact that we get to sit here, see, I try to put him over. This is what he does to me.
He's a man.
Oh, I didn't say.
He didn't even compliment
He
this
is
man.
my kayfabe world tag team champion, by the way. So
okay.
What's up?
That makes me the Undertaker, brother. That makes me the Undertaker. I'm the legend.
Oh, shit. All right, that's a backstory I need to explain to the audience, right? So, as you can tell already, B and Marcus J, host of Ain't No Half Stepping, Legacy Internet Radio, big marks for pro wrestling. And today we talked about who are we? Like we tried to juxtapose. Like
You did
Yeah, I
the wrong one. You called us Sean. You called us Sean and Brett.
no, you called us Sean and Brett.
I did not.
You did.
I did not.
You did.
When we started
Sean
the
and Brett, of
when we started
all?
the conversation, you said when
I'm
I
gonna-
told you,
I'm
I
gonna let him
said
finish.
when I said
You
to you,
need
I
to stop
got
touching that mic.
when I said to you, I got
know.
to talk to you about something. You said, "Hold on, wait a minute. Am I Sean or am I Brett?"
True.
And I said neither
So you're
one.
speaking specifically.
I was about to say,
Yeah, you're
better
speaking
say
specifically
neither.
of today's conversation.
Today's
but
conversation.
But I remember another conversation where we were leaving a bar somewhere because I had put you on the spot, and you was just like, "Yo, we're like Brett and Sean."
Which bar? Which time? What year? What
How
decade?
drunk were you when you said Brett and Sean?
I was
I
so
don't
lit.
know. But I tell you this much.
It was true.
In that analogy, I'm going to be Brett every time.
Every time.
Every time.
And you did. You
The
did.
1990s version.
You did. So-
90s version Brett. Every time.
He says Bret Hart says he is the
Best
best.
he is. Best there is. The best,
Best there was, the best
there
ever will be.
Thank you for being so humble, sir. Let's give it to let's give it to another sister, another person who I recently met. I don't say a couple years ago, but she's been down with Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J for a minute at Legacy Internet Radio. And first of all, if Mark puts her over, Jay Gritty got to put her over. So, ladies and gentlemen, the co-host of Ain't No Half Stepping with Marcus J, J Steph B, Brooklyn in the house.
Yes, thank you. Represent my borough.
Right.
Exactly.
Got to. What's up, girl?
You know, as soon as you say Brooklyn,
Brooklyn
I
in the
forget my
house.
tagline. Always forward, baby.
Yes.
Always forward.
Never backwards.
Never backwards.
How we look like
Can't
doing
even
that?
look back there.
Right. How we look doing that?
Yeah.
What's going on?
You know, I cannot complain.
Man, thank
Friday
you.
is my chill night, so
You done took a chill night for me.
I took my chill night
For
and
taking no
allocated it
shorts.
to taking those shorts
Thank
and my man. Marcus
Marcus
J.
J.
That's my dude. I
Man.
had to come out and, you know, I'm a support because Grizz been Team Marcus for so long. It's impossible not to support.
Yeah.
You should be so lucky, friend.
Yeah. You done met your
Lipstick
match.
ain't for nothing, baby.
Oh,
You done met your match, brother.
Do not play with me.
This is gonna
I
be
ain't wearing my bow tonight. I tell people when you see me out with my bow, that means I might smack a bitch.
Oh, shit. This gonna be a good
Nobody's
show.
gonna recognize me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you again. On such, I'll get to what you thought Marcus said when he said, we gonna do Grizzly's podcast. You want to roll?
Mr. Laid Back, Mr. Yogi.
Yeah.
You can't have him deliver a message to me.
I should have. Look, because
Look at him.
he
He don't
on
even
brand.
care.
He gonna be on.
No, I really don't.
Yeah, he gonna be.
Don't.
He gonna be on brand.
He
Like
was just in
24/7,
chill. He
right?
literally did not deliver this the right way, but we'll get to it.
We'll get to that in a minute. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the country's motherfucker I know. He sound like Jeffro. He sound like Jeffro Bodine on this goddamn son of a bitch. He sound like Stone Cold Steve Austin on this son of a bitch. Hey, I've known this cat since I would say 8th grade when he was riding a motorcycle up and down Curry Street, and we like, who this little nigga trying to stunt? He was, remember what's the movie with Cameron and the Paid in Full?
Paid in Full.
Well, was he playing Alpo in that joint?
Yeah.
Yes.
Makai Pfeiffer.
This was my Alpo back in the day, yo. He was all up and down the street doing wheelies. He had the fly Grand Am with the kid on it, bumping the Keith Sweat.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna date your ass.
You really dated him. He don't have a ring on, so he is. He's sugar daddy
kept
age,
a
young
hoe
ladies.
around him like the Mac from 1972. Ladies and gentlemen, T5, my homeboy, Till.
My man. But you know what? Yeah, I might be country, but your sisters dig.
See, there you go. See, I ain't even gonna hit no shit on this motherfucker put that shit on the air. He put that shit on the air. I'm gonna
Women
kill you.
always
You
have to be
asked
the
for
butt
it,
of the
though.
joke for dudes.
You asked
always.
for it, though.
I did. I put all the shit out there.
You know, you
Just
called
like
them
they
country.
did.
You didn't say it in a positive manner.
Yo.
You called them country.
Somebody said to me one day, they was like, yo, you sound like you from Baltimore. I said, nigga, I take that as long as I'm not from Alabama. I mean, Jesus
Shout out
Christ.
Mobile. Nah.
And if you fuck with Alabama, I hope you like and comment on the fact that I've been to Alabama.
It's going to be some Birmingham dudes right outside this door.
My mom's people are down there. I do not go to Alabama.
Man, all right, let's do this. Let's go around the room. I'll do this. Tell, when was the last time you been down south?
I don't go down south.
I'm about to alienate half of the country.
I'm sorry. Mississippi is still burning. I'm not
That's
messing
right.
with it.
Mark, let's thank you. Mark, when's the last time you been down south?
I'm down south now.
I was just going to say it.
Watch your profanity.
This is the
What the
South.
hell you talking about?
Watch your
You
profanity.
You forgot where I'm from, man.
Hold on, let everybody
down south
know.
road.
You know what? I take that back. To be honest,
Right.
last time down south, 95 Freak Neat.
Okay.
That one bad.
Sir.
Oh, we got. Look.
I have the pictures. Please
Yeah, I
don't
won't call
play.
me back.
I have the pictures, 95 Freaknik. I do.
Steph, when was the last time you been way down south?
So this is the weird thing. I lived in Florida for 10 years. People
don't
do
count.
not.
That don't
They
count.
don't
Yeah,
count
that don't
it. But
count.
I'm going to tell you this:
Them some
if
gangsters.
you're not in Orlando, Tampa, or Miami, you in the South when you're in Florida.
Yeah.
It's
Some no teeth, some bitches down there.
Please, look, their favorite bumper sticker. No lie, favorite bumper sticker for cars in Florida. If I would have known all this, I would have picked my own cotton.
Jesus Christ.
You in the South, baby, when you're in
Yeah.
Florida. Absolutely.
I remember when I went and picked my son up one year on a joint custody agreement from North Carolina, and I saw a cotton field. Man, if you want to talk about something that I ain't never seen pick cotton, and you can tell how light I am. My ancestors ain't never picked cotton
They
before.
really did. They were in the
Fields
kitchen.
right here in Virginia.
But when I saw that Joe touched my heart, I was, okay.
But you know what? What's weird is I always feel like Virginia tries so hard to be the South. Like
Girl.
you know, if somebody from up north is
Girl.
like, yo, it's the South,
You know
it's
why?
because that's what they called it when we were driving this way.
This lets people know how old money is, because Virginia was the first,
It's the
colonial
seat of the
thing,
Confederacy.
right? So, as much as progression as Virginia has done since the founding of the country, ladies and gentlemen, the money's so long here, they refuse to let any progress. I mean, it's just as soon as we think we close to progressing, they'll say, nah.
When I came here and they were saying river as river, I said, forget it. Y'all think y'all
Sneakers,
really in the
tennis.
country.
I call tennis.
Y'all really in the country.
You know
now.
what's funny? I got a funny northern person in down south story. My mom came here. She saw a Confederate flag. This is about 10 years ago. I've been 30. And she saw this flag, and she was like, they let them fly that here?
They let them.
They let them. Right? And I just wanted
Mom, they own it.
Yeah, I was like, we are.
Ain't nobody say nothing to them.
I said a minute ago, like, this is the capital of the Confederacy.
Yeah.
It's amazing that we as black people still deal with this shit. I don't want to get too serious.
Yeah,
today
do that on my show.
Yeah.
Come on a Monday night.
If you want to listen
We
to
got
some
you.
serious, I'm
we
gonna
got
tell you, this man stays on brand.
Yeah.
And I would do an interview for him, but that's a different show. Tonight we just out here chilling because
Yeah, let's have fun, man.
Dope
y'all
studio.
Yeah.
I love your space.
This is
Thank
wonderful.
you, thank you. I
Wonderful.
appreciate it. I'm
And
glad
you
I
got
made
the
the right
logo.
the
choice.
branding's on point. You
Yeah.
know I pay attention to stuff like that. The branding's on point.
You know what?
Somebody
I'm glad
use that
you said.
EBT card.
They doing
Why I
that.
let this some bitch? Oh my God!
Don't play. They got
Why I
EBT
let
cards.
this some bitch on my podcast?
Look, they let
Steph,
you
thank-
use your EBT card on DoorDash now. So don't play.
for real.
I don't got one, but I saw it. I was like, "Is that EBT?"
I heard they doing
Yeah.
it this way now.
Who's selling?
On
Who's
DoorDash?
selling them coupons?
I think
Are they
I might
coupons?
That's a
Yeah.
hustle because the business is getting is being subsidized by the government. That's
It's a true hustle.
White folk, let me let y'all know something. I've been in this game, and I don't want to offend white folk because white folk gonna be on this podcast one day soon. But y'all know how to hustle the fuck out this game. Y'all do. Shit that's coming to me now, and I'm damn near half of a
Hey, look,
century.
When I was at Virginia Union University, I got food stamps.
How?
Because
he make no money. I
was a student with no income. So all I did, and it's funny, right? I was so whack with it, man. I went and I dressed a little disheveled, made myself not
you
look,
know what? They're gonna get me canceled, and I'm not even a part of this show.
Made myself not look quite
Shut
the
up,
part I was on. We talking about 1993.
Wait, so the expectation is that the people on food stamps are disheveled, so you went looking homeless?
This is 1993.
Boy.
So I put on, I made myself not, because I wanted to go and I had to play the part. I'm
getting to character.
I'm just saying.
And you got him?
I got him 2 years in a row. I had food stamps for 2
years.
A black man got to eat.
For 2 years.
And see, people don't understand.
Shout out to the girls with good nails and stamps. I'm not hating on you.
I'm going to drop a name on you, right? I'm going to drop a name on you. Everybody knows how I feel about my sister Sue, right?
Yeah.
That's my girl.
Yeah. And so this is the
Piece
era.
Piece
of Sue,
yeah.
right?
Batman.
This is the era that me and her are developing our friendship.
Sue got me
right?
fucked up
and
one
so
day.
I got the food stamps, and so we would go to the supermarket and we would get all this food and meat and steaks and all this kind of stuff, and then we would be at her house grilling it up.
That's what I'm
kings
talking
and
about.
queens,
This
right?
is how we developed
That's
our
what I'm
relationship.
talking about.
Yeah.
You provide the food, I got you.
I got you.
Hey, look, all
I love it.
I had to do was show up with the food.
Tell 'em.
Paid for by the U.S. government.
Let's make this podcast interesting, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Thank everybody
Thank you,
for
President
listening.
Clinton.
For checking us
First
out.
black president.
Taking No Shorts podcast on YouTube, on Apple Podcasts, soon to be on Spotify. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I got Marcus J Steph B from Ain't No Half Step and representing Legacy Internet Radio. I got my homeboy there, Tim, who is Alpo from 1988. Hey, I was thinking about this today because something weird happened. If you ever been in your regular 9 to 5, whatever you do to provide for your family, and the spirit of music hit you, I was sitting there listening to something, and I said,
That's weird.
and let me see you do the love slide, step, side to side.
Are you really going to sing R. Kelly with me sitting
So
right
I'm
here?
telling you, Steph, I said, oh, snap, I ain't seen this nigga song in 5 years.
Hold on. You know what's weird about you saying that? I just saw that he dropped the album today.
They told me today, because I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to throw it to
Apple
you.
Music have the nerve to be carrying
It had the nerve enough to have it. So I'm going to tell you.
He picked the right victim. you can victimize a black woman all day long.
Oh, Steph, don't make me, honey.
Yeah.
Don't make me. I'm going to do my
telling
Dustin
you.
Rose. Don't make me, honey. Look, so.
Go Dust.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I said to myself when I'm listening to this, out of the blue, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not lying to you. I take no shorts. That's my name. I'm Jay Grizzly. Look, out the blue, I'm singing an R. Kelly song. And then after about 2 bars, I said to myself, am I supposed to like this shit?
No.
Hold on, that's stuff I told you. Hold on, God damn it.
No.
I said, hold on. I was done.
It don't sound right.
Yeah, it's disturbing.
Well, let me let
It
you.
sounds
Let me
like
let
a
you
pedophile song.
Now, let me let you. Now, Steph, I'm gonna cut you some slack. This is what happened.
You gonna cut me slack while you defend R. Kelly?
No, I'm taking no shorts here. I'm telling you, the song came up in my spirit. In my spirit, that don't mean I like to touch people. It don't.
The spirit of a pedophile touched you.
Nah,
You don't touch him. You just pee on him.
Yeah, I just peed on him.
You know what, Marcus? You gonna owe me a dinner.
Thank you, Sheiky baby. Thank you, Sheiky baby.
You gonna owe me dinner, Mark.
So, all right. So I'm gonna throw it.
Messing it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it out to the room.
Oh my goodness.
Because I did after a while, and I polled my coworkers. It was like, should I be listening to this? And 90% was like, yeah, nigga, fuck with it. And women.
They were black people and black women, right?
90% were black women was like, yeah, don't feel no kind of way.
The record that he released today is called "I Did It." That's what it's called. It's called.
Oh, that is
I Did It. That's what it's called. That's like,
so wrong.
He got a song where he actually says, "Come on now."
He didn't pull the OJ. Okay, so let's throw it out. We're at a round table. Let's throw it out.
This from the OJ Simpson playbook.
Exactly. Alpo, rest in peace. I'm glad you're alive. Alpo, rest in peace. When last time you listened to R. Kelly?
It's been a long time. I'll give you, the man is a musical genius, but he is a rapist. He is an opportunistic motherfucker, and I can't stand his ass. He'll burn in hell one day. That's
of course he will.
Say.
But I still was humming that goddamn song.
That's not how you sound like.
Why are you doing it like
it's
that?
For comedic effect. Marcus J.
It emphasizes what he went to jail for.
He went to jail for.
He sounds like a background singer on a
You might be a good stand-up. But
R. Kelly frustrates me. Right?
When was the last time you listened to him?
It's been a few years.
I said 5 before today.
I think it's somewhere around 17 because I stopped playing him on Legacy Net Radio. I took all of his music out of our database. We used to play music during our dark periods when we weren't live because we were 24 hours for a long time, and he was in the rotation. So I took all his stuff out of the rotation, and that's when I stopped listening to him. I don't remember what was going on at the time, but I'm feeling like 2017 was probably 16, 17 was about the time. And it's upsetting for me because, I mean, it's upsetting for everybody. I don't want to make it about me, but there was certain,
I'm about to fuck you up.
There were certain songs that he like that's your songs in your spirit. I'm not going to throw shade at you.
No. Hold up. Michael Jackson. What's the difference?
Oh, come on.
Hold on. What's the difference? I fucks with Michael Jackson heavy.
A conviction.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
All right.
So are we talking
videography evidence?
So we talking about a conviction in this country's court of law.
Well,
hold on.
Yeah.
You literally have a video of him meat in hand.
They got white boys talking on HBO.
They don't have videos of it, and many of those people had. And by the way, although
Steph B, ladies and gentlemen,
80s baby, you know, I should be one of those people that's like Michael Jackson's untouchable, but I'm not.
No,
I'm not. He did weird shit. You know what I mean? So he definitely did things
as weird as R. Kelly.
No. I think that Michael Jackson was more an expression of stunted growth. And stunted growth makes men, women, people do dumb shit.
Fair.
So in that case, he's trying to relive his childhood. You should relive that. Like, call your grown-up friends and have a pajama party, not little kids.
When was the last time you listened to an R. Kelly song?
Probably
intentionally, like you said. I'm searching
2008, 2009.
Damn, y'all cancel him like that?
Well, let me tell you, I went on a business trip to Chicago. I stayed at the Swiss Hotel on the Magnificent Mile. It was one of the best.
Sounds like a swanky spot.
It was. the company I was contracting for like got me this king suite. I was acting up. I can't even talk about what I did for a week there. But what I did not do.
We might have to.
What I did not do, you know what? I'm going to hurt this man. What I didn't do was enjoy R. Kelly. And I'm going to tell you how this happened. I walked into this club. It was a multi-tier club. The bottom floor was one type of music. The middle floor was another type. You know how they do. Yeah. And on the 4th floor of this club in Chicago,
it was crushing them.
They were literally, they had TV screens everywhere. You know, back in the day, like clubs with TV screens was a big thing. Yeah. They had TV screens everywhere, and the video was on.
Of him peeing on a girl?
The sex tape was on.
Man, that is all the way wild.
I was like
you at a sex club? What the fuck were you at?
No lie. And mind you, this was a business trip. So that week we had gone like to Center City Comedy Club.
Excuse me. That sounds like a prank. It sounds like if I'm in a club and then all of a sudden the R. Kelly P tape come on, I'm like, this is some kinky shit about to go down.
Exactly.
Where y'all bring me?
Where the fuck y'all bring me?
This is the funny thing.
Steph, where you been?
It was the 4th floor of the club, and the music was rap. So every other, like, it was an R&B floor, there was like pop, blah, blah, blah. This fourth floor was rap music. And I found it interesting that this was the floor that was playing this, number one. But number two, the most important part is back then, people they did not believe that this was something he did. Yeah. They like even seeing it, they weren't categorizing it like child porn.
Right.
So they literally just had it on like it was a sex tape, like just like Kim Kardashian and Ray J.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like there were plenty of people back then who would be like, "Oh yeah, I saw the tape," and you're like,
"I saw
the
tape.
You would
I searched
like,
for the tape."
I did not. I didn't. And so
because I wanted to see if it was, to be fair, so I don't get canceled. I did it because
you wanted to see if it was him.
Yeah, if it was him, and if it was just true, like because the music was overtaking me. TP2.com, I swear for Jesus, I was blowing all kinds of backs out.
It was 12 play for me.
Know.
Yeah, I was. Hey, you put that
one day
hit it hard from the back.
Yeah, it was 12 play.
Coming on a front. Hey,
one day when I come back and have another sip of brown,
no, I was just saying,
talk about how people think they're blowing backs out, but they're not.
93.
We can talk about that tonight, Steph. We can talk about that tonight. Yeah, we can talk about that now. But if I hear that hit it hard
here,
from
right
the
here,
back,
people, I will fake it for you. I don't want to hurt your feelings, so I'm winning an Oscar over here.
I'm gonna tell you something. The older you get, the more you good with the Oscar winning performance. I'm good.
I'm doing this because I want you to be done.
Thank you.
I don't want nobody to say that to me.
You done?
10 years ago, I didn't. Now,
I don't give a hoot.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Because see,
y'all don't care anyway.
But here's the thing,
y'all don't care at any stage.
This is something I said. I said this to my daughter earlier. This is really shit I'm gonna say all night, right?
Boy, here it goes.
I said this shit, yeah.
That this conversation could lead to a conversation with your daughter. I'm curious.
This is what
in the editing process. Make sure this is gonna be the name of the episode right here.
Completely unrelated to this topic, but the comment that I made to her was relevant to this. I said to her, I am usually the first one to apologize, more likely to self-deprecate and be honest about not always being right.
Yeah.
And I'm not invested in winning arguments. I would rather get to the heart of the matter than let you think that I'm trying to win an argument. I don't care about winning an argument. I just want to have peace, right? So because I know that I'm willing to give that to whoever I'm dialoguing with, I'm going to put myself over every time.
Oh, you just going to give yourself the pat on the back?
Let me at least.
Time. Because if I could
that level of peace, though, I appreciate it.
But see, let me finish this point. Mm-hmm. Because if I'm going to do that for you, why the hell wouldn't I do that for me?
He is exactly right. And from a guy who has 3 boys, young men, from a father who has a daughter, and I'm going to throw it to another father who has a daughter. Is he lying, Tim?
No, man. You got to have peace.
You got to have peace. So y'all setting y'all ladies up for when they grow into women and they meet their king, their husband. They don't get the bullshit that these girls, that their mothers gave us. Am I lying?
Listen.
Am I lying?
As the only woman sitting here right now, I have a son and a daughter. No, for real. I realized the closer I got to my 40s and then in my 40s, peace is everything.
Yes, indeed.
And you know, when I hear a dude like, be my peace, I'm like, that nigga ain't peaceful. He don't bring anybody peace.
He fitting what?
Yeah, the ones who are constantly screaming, be my peace, he ain't peaceful. Right. I never hear dudes like Mark who are like, yo, I just want peace. Right. I'm keeping it cool. I never hear them screaming about a woman not giving them peace because they create peaceful environments.
To be fair, it takes a guy to get there. And we're going to wrap up the first half of Taking No Shorts podcast. I'm your host, Jay Grizzly. We got our wonderful guest so far tonight, Marcus J Steph B of Ain't No Half Stepping, Legacy Internet Radio in the building. They are DNA to Taking No Shorts podcast. And then I got Alpo, rest in peace, over here. We could take a quick break. We're going to pay some bills. We hope you like, subscribe, share, do whatever they say they do on TikTok, because
You know what?
Edit that out. That's where the money at, E. That's where the money at. We'll be back. I gotta pee.
We'll get back to my friends in just a moment. But while I have you here, hit the subscribe button and like and share this podcast on YouTube. That's youtube.com/Taking No Shorts Pod. Also on rss.com/podcast/Taking No Shorts Pod. God, I got to get this out really quick. Also on all streaming platforms where you hear your favorite podcasts, including mine. And last but not least, for the low cost of lower than a half a dozen of eggs, you'll get to hear the stinkiest, dirtiest, foulest, most inappropriate, non-canceling shit on our Patreon at patreon.com/Taking No Shorts Pod. Or just find search Taking No Shorts Pod. Now back to the show.
I hope you can hear me, Tim.
Loud and clear, brother.
Thank you, sir.
We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Now I gotta talk, we all gotta be quiet. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding. I'm a man. I'm 40.
And now your host, Taking No Shorts Podcast, Jay Grizzy.
You goddamn right. Welcome. Thank you for checking out Taking No Shorts Podcast, TNS Podcast, on all social media platforms. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I'm your host, Jay Grizzy Green, a.k.a. The Great Grizzo, a.k.a. Mr. Leave No Meat on the Bone, a.k.a. The Great Grizzolini, b.k.a. I'm with the shits today, ladies and gentlemen. TNS Podcast, Taking No Shorts. Thank you. I appreciate everybody for checking us out. I cannot be more grateful for you looking in on this podcast. I have very, very special guests. I've introduced them in the first half, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce them in the second half. So I'm going to go ahead and do a proper introduction. He is one half of one of the greatest kayfabe podcast tag teams in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Marcus J.
What's up, Grizz?
What's good, bro?
I'm glad to be here, man.
Thank you.
To be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Your hair looks fantabulous.
Thank you, man. I've been,
I'm jealous.
Sponging it. You don't have any hair.
I know.
You should get you some. It'll make you feel good in your spirit.
I can't get it, bro.
You can't get no hair?
It grow on
you
my.
You could probably get it on the sides.
Pause. It grow on my nuts, but
geez.
I can't get
That's
it.
the only space you could get it.
Dude,
nobody want to see that though.
The place that we don't want it to grow.
Previous episode, I told Apple Brown Betty, I said, "Baby, I shaved for you."
Please do.
You said
Please
that.
do. That's my girl.
Ain't nothing like taking chances, baby. If he shaved for you, he love you. Okay,
please do it.
You don't know.
Yes, Tim.
Oh yeah. I don't do that.
Manscaping is key.
Steph, ladies and gentlemen, Marcus J, thank you for coming. Ain't no half stepping. Legacy Internet Radio. Make sure y'all check them out. They got their own spot, and it's Marcus J. Let everybody know where they can find you.
You can find
the
us.
podcast.
The podcast can be found. We air live every Monday from 7 p.m. until we finish Eastern Standard Time. Search Legacy Internet Radio on Facebook Live and on YouTube Live. That's how you rock with us. And if you just Google us, you'll see archives that go back 11 years.
He ain't lying.
Fire.
Yeah, and he got a co-host who had yams I ain't even know about.
You know what?
I didn't. One day we were sitting out here, we were just walking around, and I'm like, I'm trying to be the cool Talib Kweli type nigga, like,
which is my type.
Really? Oh my God,
girl! I love her intellectually.
Them some fuck niggas. I don't know what to tell you.
I love them. They fake feminists.
They fake, yeah. They fake.
Love them.
A nigga like me would just be like, Damn, you got some. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Steph B in the house.
Yes, it's the non-BBL. Yeah,
tell them, right?
Yeah.
You got to give that a round of applause.
Thank you.
You know what? I'm keen on because I pay after a while. I've been 20 years married in the game. I pay attention to my wife now. So I know what women pay attention to, and they pay attention to their ass. If their ass look good, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you ain't got no problem.
You know, I started thinking when I was once I hit 40, and I would look in the mirror and be like, she's still up there. She good. She's still.
You have 3 black men saying, that's correctly.
Then I was like, I'm good.
Exactly,
you know,
right?
There's certain elements. It's like you can't get that back.
Can't.
So I'm like, it's still looking as good as 20-something. I'll take it.
Stuff. They out here paying for it. They paying for it. Yeah. They going to Dominican Republic taking penitentiary chances.
Oh my God!
With that ass.
And some of them are dying.
And some are dying. I'm gonna tell you something.
Check that out on Mark. That's a market. That's how ain't no half stepping show. Did you die trying to get a BBS?
This is
dying for ass.
I like to say dying for ass. You are so wrong.
Oh my God! This might be the best show, Apple. I don't know.
I like to say that I got Gen X original.
Right. There you go.
So, it's that thing that years ago I used to be like, because it was like the baby got back era.
Yeah.
And when you're like 10, 11 and you're like, oh, I'm going to look like that one day.
Yeah, right.
And then you turn 40 and you're like, damn.
Thank you.
I'm still sitting up there.
Hey, y'all crazy. Did I introduce Alpo yet? Alpo that came back to life.
Light skin Alpo. Hello.
Hey, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I like to introduce y'all to one of my best homies. I've known him since he was riding a moped up and down Curry Street. Before I
can't even picture that.
Yeah, before I had a BMX bicycle, this nigga was riding up and down the street, stunting on them niggas like, fuck y'all. I got money, niggas.
I cannot.
Am I lying, my nigga? Am I lying? We in here eating welfare cheese, and this nigga like, fuck you, niggas. We eating over here.
Marcus, I cannot. Marcus really gonna owe me a meal for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, T5 from the West End, my nigga Tim Smith. What's up, my dog?
My brother.
Hey, man, am I lying?
No, you ain't lying, man.
I put some respect on your name.
I love it.
Hey, if you got it, use it.
Tell him, man.
Right.
Tell him. Now, we fast forward 30 years later, nigga, your ass looking like you about to retire. You talking about my sister. I'm gonna light your ass up now. Like Macho Man, I'm gonna light your ass up now.
Yes.
Ooh, yeah.
Tim is a very sweet picture, like the very sweet after photo.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes.
That's stuff.
It's like you marry him, and this is what he gonna look like after. And it's still sweet.
Defend yourself, you son of a bitch.
So shout out to Tim's wife. She probably still a Betty. She still look good.
Look, let me tell y'all about Mrs. Tim Smith. We say we gonna keep family out, but I'm sure he know what the story is.
I know she a Betty.
Boy. We went. Look, I can't.
A Gen X Betty. I
hit Virginia coming back from New York. Ain't had no home cooked meal in 7 to 8 years. Eating bagels, hit the Lower East Side, fucking round bagels.
Look, you get a good bagel at 2 in the morning. Don't play.
My G, I ain't seen not a tree or grass past 5.5 miles a piece. I come back home to Virginia, licking my wounds. And my homeboy say, yeah, man, we living over here over Southside. I said, I ain't know Southside got live like that while I was gone. Yeah, it was live as a motherfucker.
And his wife hooked you up?
Man,
Good
niggas
meals.
was in the kitchen.
That's what I'm talking about. Look, you know, I knew.
When he took me over there, I said, "Damn, these niggas is over here staring."
I knew
You
his
wanna
wife
interrupt
was.
yet?
I knew his wife was on point when he was like, "Oh my gosh, I forgot my wedding ring." What?
He's scared of shit.
A black man that's upset about forgetting
Yeah.
his wedding ring?
See, this is one thing Jay doesn't know. See, my wife was in the kitchen, but the sister was in the bedroom.
Yes.
You don't want me to tell that story.
No.
He fucked the
Please don't.
sister.
Please
He
don't.
fucked the sister, yo.
No,
he
stop.
fucked the sister.
Y'all,
This-
we don't make
you-
jokes on behalf of women.
That's
Not
not a
when I'm on
joke. That's
here.
some real ass shit.
You know
What
what?
the fuck
Y'all
we
some
do here
bullshit.
taking no shorts? That nigga fucked her sister, and she said yes.
Tim.
No.
Tim. You need to shut your boy. You need to shut your boy
That's my
So
down.
you
He can't-
opening up stuff on your boy, man?
No.
Yeah, you
On the
airing him
show? On the
out.
show, though?
He put it out first.
No,
y'all
no.
stay out this. Y'all, but don't let me kiki. Y'all stay out. Am I
No,
lying?
Jay misunderstood what I said. I
Okay.
said my wife was in the kitchen, but his sisters was in the
See?
bedroom.
Hey, why are
Yo,
women
man, look.
always the butt of the joke? You know, that is the thing. For men, the way they get at each other is to insult the women in their life. Leave us
Sister.
the
That's
That's why I'm
whole
glad
fuck
I don't
out of
have
it.
sisters.
Sister,
Leave us out of it.
You know
come at each
who
other
I
for your
am.
small dicks. Don't come at us.
Well, hey,
Sister, hold on,
if his
hold
sisters
on.
weren't
I'm
so
about to mute it.
fine,
I'm
I
about to
would
mute
leave
it.
him
Some
alone.
bitch up in here. Sister, if you ever slept with him and I find out,
You gonna be hot?
both of y'all are
Canceled?
canceled.
You canceling your sisters?
Yeah.
For
Don't
getting
sleep
me?
with him.
Hey, you leave my
bet
baby
not,
mamas alone.
You bet not have slept with him. What'd you say? Hold on. What'd he say?
He said, leave his baby. He said, leave his baby mamas alone.
He my dog.
He ain't acting up.
He gets away with a lot more than what Carl
Look,
thinks he
he's
get away
talking.
with.
He's talking all this shit, but the
Mark
minute
and
he
his brand,
cried about that
Mark and
wedding
his
ring,
brand is over here like, look, when do we sign off?
Sort of.
yes,
Yeah.
I love Marcus.
Yeah. Kinda, yeah.
Mark
This is why I can hang out with
talking about
Marcus more than you.
Holy shit. Well, I mean,
Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Thank you, Marcus. Thank you. Thank God I didn't announce what I do for a living. This is bad.
So, in that vein, first of all, thank you for taking a chance on showing up here at Legacy. I did it.
Yeah.
I did it.
Legacy.
And that's
Home.
because I got my start at Legacy Internet Radio. We got our start together. And if you hear me ever slip up and say that, it's because me and this young man right here grew together in this podcast and this internet radio game when it was in its early infancy. I got jaded, moved to the side, and when I tell you he took this joint and ran with it, he did exactly that. And I want to thank you. He look at his face. His face is stuck. Like, that's weed stuck. You know what it is.
No, I don't think so. He
I
not
know as
there
soon as
yet.
I looked at him. He was like this. His face was like that. What the fuck is this motherfucker talking about? Because he don't drive the
Well,
N-bomb.
yeah,
He was like, Grizzy, where's
I did
Grizzy
it
going?
tonight, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's
Where's Grizzy going with this?
Yeah,
Well, I want to
yeah,
tell you, man.
yeah.
Peace to you. Thank you so much. I would get. Matter of fact, I will get into it. This man has did a 360 degrees, and if you want to hear how he, and I think you told a story on what got you to do that 360 on a previous podcast. That'll be on an episode. Hopefully, one day I'll make it a pay for episode. So if you want to
Are you
listen
gonna
to,
make me premium?
yes,
You
bro,
gonna
He
make
should be.
premium.
He should be. I mean, really, what
Because
Mark has
what you
done in the
shared-
internet radio world,
Yeah.
he should be premium.
Thank you, Steph. So I'm saying, like, if you
Okay.
want to hear how he got to
that.
be Super Obi-Wan Kenobi Yogi, kick you in your ass still, Marcus J.
I'm a Gemini. That's what you got to do is just be a Gemini.
See, he gonna go Zodiac on
God.
you. Steph B, what's your Zodiac?
I'm a Virgo.
Bless
So
you.
Tim too.
Yes,
Look,
ma'am.
you know, I would say this about you. I'll say this about you, Grizzy. You are the less emotional Joe Budden. So Joe Budden's a Virgo. Virgo men live in their feelings. That's what Tim just.
Hey, Joe, you
Tim
need to
just
straighten
did-
that out. I'm just saying.
Tim just did the I'm a Virgo. That's why he was feeling something about not wearing his ring. Virgo men are very emotional.
I'm so glad you called that bullshit.
They are they do not look. I don't date Virgo men because they're so emotional that I look like a bitch. And I'm like, I can't have you ruining my whole brand.
We're gonna have to collaborate on jokes. That's funny. That's funny.
I mean, and so when he did his, I haven't had my ring on in 2 days.
Why she make it sound like
ain't no black man worrying about that?
I ain't gonna lie. We was on the point here at Venture X Studios, some bitch, and that's what you sound like.
Yeah. Ain't no black man out there worrying about not wearing a ring.
But
a Virgo.
He been in the game as long as you have.
Yeah. Don't let him do it to you.
Virgo men feel their feelings.
Oh, I done forgot my ring.
You did.
Well, what's the vapors?
And look, on the other hand, this is a Virgo woman. We're like, okay, so I'm not wearing my ring. Why are you gaslighting me?
Right.
we turn everything on you. Why are you acting so weak about me wearing a ring?
You know what, Steph B? You have an honesty to you.
Listen,
girl, you done did it.
I love my sisterhood. I do. Everybody knows I identify as womanist, as black feminist,
and I fucks with y'all.
But the fact of the matter is, I tell the truth about black women and what we do and don't do, and that's why I'm able to acknowledge how black relationships could progress and be better.
Let me ask
It's because I know what we do and I know what you do. Yeah, right. It is what it is.
But let me ask you, what prevents a black woman from breaking down and saying exactly what you just said? Because so many black sisters out here that ain't got no man, that's sitting out here complaining, doing this, doing that, doing the third. You can be mad at me, you can be up under the comments. I don't give a fuck. Why they don't admit what you just sat there and said?
Okay, the first thing I want to say is having a man is not a prize. It ain't no prize.
Let 'em know.
Like
Let 'em
when
know.
you have a
Speak it to the camera.
when you have a man, you have man problems. I think a lot of times, men will be like, "Yeah, that's why you're single and lonely." It's like, I'm not lonely. I'm good without you. Get your passport. Go to Dominican Republic. Fuck with that bitch who needs 10-cent can of beans to be happy. But over here,
Washington Heights. Fuck with your boy. Fuck with your boy Heavy Washington Heights. That's all I'm saying.
But over here, what we do is we have expectations. So what I say to the sisterhood is be accountable both ways. Have accountability for who you are. Recognize, like for me, I'm a woman who is successful professionally. I pick shitty relationships. And I'm very honest about that.
I mean, so that Will Smith character in that movie with Eva Mendes, what was that movie? The Hitchers?
Oh, Hitch.
The Hitch?
Hitch.
It's a market.
Yes, but I will say this.
Holla at me, ho.
The dude that is working hard to be connected to the women that he's engaging with, like the dude that's not out there talking on his dick, that's really like, what do women find important or valuable? That dude has value because he immediately recognizes he's not the center of the universe. Right?
And that's hard, though.
Well, it is hard, but that's why that dude is successful, because he's not the norm.
That's called a Mac.
He's not. No, he's not a Mac.
That's called a pimp.
Let's be real. Y'all can't choose both.
Let me tell you.
Hold on.
Steph B,
you can't.
We about to go here. Ain't no half step with Marcus J. Like I said on the radio.
You can't.
We about to go there.
You can't say that black women are so hard and we always coming for dudes, and then on the same token be like, we don't know what we're talking about. The reason black women are hard is because we see you. We know exactly what you're doing. We're the only ones who are labeled with ride or die.
What's the name of the show?
Well, I ain't taking no shorts.
There we go. So I'm gonna let you know what you thought of Jay Grizzy when you came on here. Like, am I one of those type of cats? Go ahead, put it out there. Let them.
You know what I thought about you when I first met you, Grizz? Right. I thought, this man is married? I was like, oh shit, she is really.
Shout out to Mrs. Grizzly, boy.
I was
the number one.
I really was. I was like, I didn't give you any credit. I was like, yo, she is the bomb. She is really doing something.
She's special only because she had to put up with me.
Well, because we all know. I mean, if we're being real honest, real honest with one another, we know that women adjust more for the attention of men than men do for women. Men get to a point where they're like, yo, it is what it is. You gonna take this
stuff?
You ain't gonna take it? Exactly. Snaps all around. And so when I meet a dude, like, I'm always real uncomfortable with funny dudes. So when I met Grizz, I was like, oh shit, he funny all the time. Those some hurting motherfuckers when they this funny all the time. I was like, that means behind closed doors, Miss Grizz got work.
Yeah,
she putting in work.
And honey, I'm telling you, as I look into that red dot right there, this would not have happened if you would have said, boop.
See, you even the story you told earlier was about accountability for women. You were like, yo, things will happen with dudes. And I listen, this is what I say to women. I say, while you may be mad at men for the shit they say and the shit they do, you should listen to them because they're telling you their truth. So when a man says, my woman wasn't willing to move in with me, she was putting down her boundaries, she was making it clear, I'm immediately like, he is telling you men will do what you tell them to do.
Man,
he will do what you tell him to do.
If the pussy good, I'll be right back. If the pussy good, if the pussy's trash, Grizzy ain't following shit.
Grizzy is married. Ain't nobody fucking like that in their 40s and whatnot. So stop it.
I get it. Shout out to Bobby Schmurda. Taking those shorts, Brooklyn in the building. Shout out.
Not that version of Brooklyn. I'm the 80s, 90s version of Brooklyn when it was real.
I'm for real. I fuck with Bobby Schmurda. Hey, man, you did big. You ain't telling nobody. You came home.
I will be in the house doing the Schmurda dance.
I'll be fucking everything that look like it want to walk.
Oh, my
Taking Those Shorts podcast. I'm your host, Jay Grizzy Green. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe on everything on the social media. I'll hopefully get on TikTok one day because I don't know how to do that shit yet. But we'll be right back after we pay some bills here. Much love.
We'll get back to my friends in just a moment. But while I have you here, hit the subscribe button and like and share this podcast on YouTube. That's youtube.com/Taking Those Shorts Pod. Also on rss.com/podcast/Taking Those Shorts Pod. God, I got to get this out really quick. Also on all streaming platforms where you hear your favorite podcasts, including mine. And last but not least, for the low cost of lower than a half a dozen of eggs, you'll get to hear the stinkiest, dirtiest, foulest, most inappropriate, non-canceling shit on our Patreon at patreon.com/Taking Those Shorts Pod. Or just search Taking Those Shorts Pod. Now back to the show.
Aunties are in their sexual prime. That's not how they want it.
I want to be right where they is. So thank you for listening to Taking Those Shorts podcast, TNS podcast. Make sure you don't get it confused with tits and ass. That's honk. I get it. I'm gonna lose that tag right there. Tits and ass. Yeah. Thank you.
I got you. I'll help you.
As soon as I said it, it didn't feel right.
No,
so
it's not right though.
TNS podcast. Taking Those Shorts. I'm your host, Jay Grizzy, the great Grizzly, the great Grizzo, the great Mr. Leave No Meat on the Bone, the great.
The great.
You know the other really cool person that I knew that had like a bunch of just bugged out nicknames that didn't make no sense but made a lot of sense was this really cool fictional dude called Apollo Creed.
Hey.
He was like the master
disaster. He's from Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, of course he was, but like how you be throwing your ad libs with the quotes and the names, that's like real dope. I like that. Like
I'm
keep
trying,
doing that.
bro.
I need you to get up to like 7.
I get you on my level.
Get to like 7.
See, they fucking with me now.
No.
Get
to like 7.
Hold on.
That's gonna be the whole podcast. Just names.
We gonna have a race. Y'all, I'm the host, and y'all ain't even let me get through the introduction.
You just took the whole show away.
You just took it over.
I'm just saying.
Welcome.
He said like he said on the radio.
I know. I did. I mean, and it's because that's the foundation. You know, that's where Taking Those Shorts got the inspiration.
You know,
it's funny how we reciprocate each other.
I love that. I love that though.
This mic moving. I'm like,
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
You know, you hear the analogy. You push me, I'll pull you.
Of course.
You know, rising tides
lift all
raise
boats.
all boats. Like all the little analogies.
Black women.
But the reality is, in August of 2011, you put me on. In September, we did radio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In 2011 and 12 and all the way up. And we keep shifting back and forth, putting each other over.
I think
that's the brotherhood.
I think the universe allows us to put this out here as first because we black men.
I love it.
And second is because we recognize who he is. And we gonna let it be known. Our essence is gonna shine.
I love Gen X doing it though.
Yeah,
I mean for real. That's
Steph
what this
B,
really is.
Yes.
I love Gen X doing it.
And the reason I say that is because we.
Yes.
I mean, I think as a progressive, I'll be the first person to put that out there in the world. You know, I'll stand on that. Ain't nothing wrong with progressive. You know, who the fuck want to be stagnant? I'm a black man. And I want to progress myself and everybody that look like me and is with me. Period.
Rooting for everybody black.
Hell yeah.
Cheering for them.
You know, right. So I'm not anti nobody else. Don't get it twisted. Like I remember I went to an open mic a couple weeks ago here in this town, and the first thing this young buck said to me was straight and old. And I just looked at him and said, "What the fuck wrong with that?" Fuck wrong with that?
He had a problem with straight and old.
Yeah, like I'm like, what the fuck, motherfucker? I'm 2022, nigga. I'll fuck you up.
You know what's so funny is that what people perceive as old,
right,
all of a sudden is shocking to me. Like I'm like,
hold on, Steph. I want you to come on this show too, homeboy.
For real. I want to hear that conversation.
Not the way you want me to fuck with you, but I'll fucks with you. Go ahead.
My thing is, y'all out here getting shot up at 25.
Right.
Like y'all dying, literally. Every single time I hear some shit on Twitter or see some shit on Twitter, it ain't Gen X dying. Gen X is the generation that knows how to keep it moving. We keep it pushing. We don't care about what you doing or not doing. We will go and start our own business if we don't like working for you.
We'll do what we need to do. We'll kill a motherfucker if you ask me to do it.
But you know what? And,
pause. I don't want that on record.
Low key, we are not so caught up in what everybody's thinking. Right. But we never were. If you go back to everybody you know from the 80s and 90s, while there were trends and everything else, we don't give a shit about what everybody's doing. Do you?
Well,
I'm good.
What Steph is talking about is like we're from an era that we got one foot in the old school and one foot in the new school, and we could give two kumquats.
Don't care
how y'all want to rock with this shit.
Yeah.
We were fortunate to live during a time where technology made a shift really, really sharply.
Yeah,
you know, we remember the time when, if you wanted to turn the channel or turn the volume, we had to walk over to the television to actually do it.
Right.
But we are also the parents of children who say, and this is real, my child, Daddy, pause the TV. Pause the TV. She wants me to pause the television so she can go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but you know what?
Scene.
We are the first generation that's a crossover into that high tech generation. I mean, if you look at all of the things that are being used in the platforms and the basis of the platforms, it all started from a Gen Xer.
Here's what
all started. We were the first gamers.
Here's what I tell.
Y'all saw me here gaming earlier today.
Yeah, she had it. She got it.
You were talking about games earlier.
I'll game all day long. Yeah, if it's my Friday and I don't have to work, I'm gonna pull out my Switch and chill out. And
here's what I tell the young folks.
I love it.
You TikTokers fail to realize that, like, at one point in time, we were y'all TikTokers. We just didn't have TikTok to TikTok.
Yeah, we were advanced.
Like, I'm cool. I mean, I don't trust me. I don't want to be weird cool like you.
All right, so listen.
Weird cool?
Yeah, that's weird cool.
Here's
Really?
the reality.
Yes.
No matter how cool,
I can be cool without that shit.
No matter how cool we
Back
think
to the
we
Future
are.
was fucking cool.
No matter how cool
This
we
shit
think
that
we
you got
are.
going.
You're like, I ain't good with it.
I'm at a stage now where I'm remembering being 19 very, very clearly.
Right.
I'm 48 now. Pop is 80.
Right.
The way he talks to me, like the father to the son,
You be on that.
this is how I talk to mama.
Right.
But I also remember being mama's age.
Yeah.
Mama being your daughter.
Right, my daughter, right. So it's being in middle age, because middle age, oh my God, when we was
Middle
kids, you couldn't even
age.
use that phrase.
Jesus.
But now that's what we are. That's real talk. Let's just own it. We're middle age.
I own that shit. Y'all would be lucky as a
I'm
black
at a
man.
stage now where I'm looking at him and I can't imagine being that age, but I very clearly remember being the age that she is now.
Yes. Yeah, I think
get-
that's
you- everything
I
about
think
it.
that's the dopest shit about Generation X.
It is.
So Alpo, when you draw the line, because we know, trust me, I done ran the streets with your light skinned ass. Where we draw the line, being that our kids are now at that stage where we are in that middle age where we know, like, yo, we know what it's like to be cool, get it, to stun on these some bitches. You know, we know what it's like to do that. But at the same time, we done got some experience and some age behind it, so we got to kind of gauge you. How you feel like, how you do with your youngin' and raising them up to let them know to be humble. And don't let what all the hard work your people put before you get in the way.
Right. Now, my daughter, of course, she goes to Maggie Walker. You know, she believes in, hard work, and she knows she gets rewarded, know, for the work that
And
she
shout out
puts
to
in.
her for her academic prowess.
That's right.
Oh, she worked hard. That motherfucker was a straight nerd.
As she should be. Keep it moving. Go ahead, Tim.
As I told my daughter, nerds rule the world. Okay?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Look at y'all some
You
bitches.
out here
Look at y'all some bitches. Fuck both of y'all. I like another drink, sir.
You mad
Honestly,
about
I'm not mad
you
about
mad
that.
about
I said to you earlier.
I'm not mad about
What did I say to
that.
you about nerds earlier? Just today.
You did.
What did I say earlier?
They rule the world.
they rule the world.
I just said
Oh, he
it to
did.
you.
See?
So yeah, he said.
Thank you, brother.
And so,
if you look at Gen X, the majority
so
of
we need
all
to
these
speak to
tech
that
platforms,
that red light right there.
all these tech platforms are driven off of nerdy Gen X.
Nerders.
So-
Every single one of them. So any current Gen Z that's in that whole nerd space, I'm all about it.
I'm with you.
We with you.
I'm with you.
So the
Yeah,
first
make
thing
that
you
money.
do when you see
Embrace it
somebody
young.
like me,
That's right. Own it.
yeah,
Embrace it young.
I'm not stunting on you. Get it. I'm all for it.
I think more Gen Z,
Don't be your biggest
millennials
cheerleader.
should tap into Gen X. We are chill as fuck.
Yeah, we the best
We want you to
parents
be
ever.
successful. We want you
And
to
have
do the
fun.
thing.
As
We
opposed
want you
to-
to have fun.
Have fun.
To be fair, y'all.
Remember when we were the generation where you saw Madonna and Diddy running safe sex ads for
Jesus
MTV.
Christ. Those are the two least people I would fuck in the world.
We was the first. We was the first.
I would never
generation.
But
fuck
come
either
on
one.
now,
Look, we was
they
the first
still made
generation.
they made their voice
But
heard in regardless.
That's because they took advantage of we don't know nothing.
We the first generation of voters who voted for a president who openly smoked weed.
Yes, damn right.
Clinton.
Come on,
Damn
man.
right. Yeah. And when you look at Gen Z right now and they're talking about everything that they did to make this last election happen, they're not talking about anything different than what Gen X did. Most Gen X, we are cool as a fan. I mean, we really, like, I'm sitting here with 3 Gen X dudes now. I rarely have to argue with Gen X dudes about what's happening with women and feminism and everything. Y'all get it.
Always give
Y'all
up
get
more
it.
coochie. Always give up more coochie.
You know what? I
Always.
can't stand
Do
you.
not deny a nigga like me
You gonna
coochie.
really fuck it up for Gen Z.
Give up more coochie.
This is the one Gen X dude
I'm
y'all
just
want to
saying.
stay away from.
Give up more coochie.
Yeah, but see,
Meanwhile, he's married.
Steph, you put it out there, so I'm gonna ask you, what's up with the coochie?
Is that all y'all think about?
Well, I mean, no, it's not. Is it not? It's not the only thing.
Tim just said. Tim said off air. I'm gonna put him on blast.
Oh damn! You sell me out by G. Yes. You sell me out by G.
Tim,
oh my God.
Tim said when we were off air, if it wasn't for his wife,
he wouldn't be getting no coochie.
He wouldn't be where he is today.
Well, of course he wouldn't be where he is. Hold on. Let me hit you.
Yes,
let me give Mrs. Tim Smith
all the praise.
All the praise right there.
He literally said she had a plan.
That's true.
She knew what she was doing.
That's true.
And he was like, yo, let me pawn some shit. So I can put a ring on it because this black woman is making it.
Mr. Alpo, shout out to Alpo. Mr. Alpo, that is true?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. But let me be clear.
You pause stuff to get that woman.
Yeah. On my laptop.
Let's be clear. The moment let's be clear. The moment she stopped fucking him, shit is on the line.
Nobody can listen.
I'm gonna tell you.
I'm gonna be
shit
honest.
Is on the line.
I'm gonna be honest with the girls who are in their 20s, and I'm saying this because I have a daughter who's 24.
Please let them know.
My
he
daughter
ain't answer yet. Notice he ain't say shit.
My daughter who's 24 will talk about older men like, I would rather date older men. They're so responsible and respectful. And they're not.
That's us.
No, they're not. No, they're not. They're not.
That's also why I was trying to date Jay. Trying to show him what a real man is.
I'm fitting to tag you in, bro.
Older men.
Yeah. Older men are Jay
I'm
Grizzly.
finna tag somebody in. If y'all don't tag in, y'all some black ass son of bitches.
Because they're not more responsible. They're not all of those things. You literally have older men saying, Jay, you did it off air. You did it off air.
What'd I say?
Where you're literally giving your wife props for whatever you are today.
I'm a piece of shit.
Without her.
I got to give her props for that.
So young girls who are listening right now,
get it, bitch. Stop fucking around and get with a real one.
Especially these young women who are chasing these light-skinned older dudes.
To be fair, hold on. I'm about to give it 804 E-Beats because he put me on some game last week. You about to move to the side. Come on,
We'll get back to my friends in just a moment. But while I have you here, hit the subscribe button and like and share this podcast on YouTube. That's youtube.com/Taking No Shorts Pod. Also on rss.com/podcast/Taking No Shorts Pod. God, I got to get this out really quick. Also on all streaming platforms where you hear your favorite podcasts, including mine. And last but not least, for the low cost of lower than a half a dozen of eggs, you'll get to hear the stinkiest, dirtiest, foulest, most inappropriate, non-canceling shit on our Patreon at patreon.com/Taking No Shorts Pod. Or just search Taking No Shorts Pod. Now back to the show.
We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Now I gotta talk, we all gotta be quiet. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding. I'm a man. I'm 40.
You're goddamn right.
Your host, Taking No Shorts podcast, J Grizzly.
You goddamn right. I am your host of Taking No Shorts podcast. I am your host, J Grizzly, a.k.a. Mr. Lee, no meat on this bone, a.k.a. the great Grizzolini. I see the future.
It's the weed.
I cannot. It's the weed. It is.
And then BKA hide your aunties because she will get
Uncle
it
Phil.
long dick style.
Yes.
They keep it about 15 more minutes here Taking No Shorts
Sour
podcast.
diesel.
Make sure you like.
Sour diesel.
Yeah. Let's toast to that. No. When we toasted that, I'm gonna let y'all know while we was on break before we came back in. Is these
Kush.
whole motherfuckers drinking coffee?
OG
coffee. Motherfuckers drinking coffee.
We don't have no choice.
We talking about practice.
Not a game.
Not a game.
Pineapple
Not a game.
Express.
We talking about practice.
Not a game. These motherfuckers drinking coffee because they think they staying up late.
I'm gonna be honest.
You think I am. So We're going to wrap this up. I got 15 minutes to wrap this up. This is all the 15 minutes I'd have paid for. Because after this, motherfuckers, we on a fucking Filmomatic. Shit.
Damn.
Right.
Filmomatic?
Filmomatic, man. We own it. So,
Runts.
yes. This guy that
I hate y'all.
this guy that gave up every weed strain that is Commonwealth from Virginia.
And let's be real, it's Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil.
It's Uncle Phil.
Again, I was giving him his flowers. Hopefully, when we came back from this break, I'll continue to give him his flowers, and I'll let him give his shout outs. Man, thank you. You didn't
That's the strangest clink we've ever done.
Right. You didn't have to do
Coffee
this.
and cognac.
I'm gonna do a coffee to coffee.
You didn't have to stain your brand of legacy internet radio and ain't no half stepping with Taking No Shorts podcast with Jay Grizzy on all social media. You didn't have to stain it, but you know what? You took a chance and you said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna bleed myself."
Not blade.
Yeah, we got color tonight. That's for sure.
We got color. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus J.
Yeah, thank you, man. I said this earlier, but I'll say it again. I don't know if what I said earlier is going to get into the show, but I'll say this now, right? I appreciate the way that our friendship, personally and in this business, has ebbed and flowed, because in September of 2011, I was 15 years out of college with a degree in journalism and never did anything with it. Man. And you gave me an opportunity to do radio, and your participation in it ebbed and flowed, but you sparked it in me. And when I think about the way that we were able to build a brand, you, me, Steph, and others, we were able to build a brand that has endured for the last 11 years. And we're not just talking about the Green Room or Ain't No Half Step with Marcus J or Legacy in the Radio. I mean, there have been a lot of people who've come in and out of our circle who have built their own brands that have gone out and done other things, and it's a cool thing to be a part of. You know what I mean? It's a really cool thing.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Yeah. It's a really cool thing to be a part of. So to be 11 years in, seeing all of that, and being at a stage now where I'm falling back. I was in the forefront for many years.
Was I a good host?
I'm falling. Yes,
was I a good host?
You were a good host.
Did you have to do any work tonight?
Yes, I did. Absolutely, yes.
We didn't come here to do work.
I'll take that though, because I want that.
I'm doing
we
work.
didn't want to come to work.
I'm doing work in this moment.
Oh, okay.
Right now.
Okay.
Look at Mark. He's so cute right now.
I'm an asshole, and he knows I love him. I'm doing to him what he does to me, just in a different way.
Different, yes.
Marcus J is the only cat that can come into Taking No Shorts and get away with what he's getting away with right now. Anybody else, I might have shot you.
You might have shut it down.
I would have shot you.
Keyword: butt plug.
Butt plug.
You know what?
Keyword:
done with you too.
Keyword:
done with you too.
Only those who know. Look at you.
I'm out.
Okay. I wish.
Tim, we out. We out.
Hey, look. Last thing I'll say.
What?
Hold on.
Not a game.
Last thing I
talking
said.
About practice.
Remember earlier when I talked about paying receipts? There's your receipt,
there
brother.
You go.
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity, brother.
You're welcome, sir.
Look at Marcus. That coffee is chilling him all the way out.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. Give me a moment. 10 more minutes. We'll be done. Let me let you know. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
The receipt has been almost paid. I think my butt plug was better than your butt plug.
Fair enough. I'm good.
But at the same time, it's good. Thank you.
My brother.
I love you.
Love you too, brother. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, appreciate you all for checking us out here at Taking No Shorts podcast. I am honored that you've put up with us for this long. And if you stayed with us through this podcast for this long, you're going to get a gift card of $100 from not E, who recommended it, but from me. This guy, the dickhead that did this. I would like to thank my next guest that has participated in episode 2 of Taking No Shorts podcast. She is a co-host. She is a contributor. She is a womanist. She's misguided when it comes to these niggas.
Stop it. Don't get hurt. Don't get choked.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steph B. Thank you, honey. Thank you.
I can't stand you.
Baby,
I can't stand you, but I love you.
I love you too.
I do. They can find me at Instagram at the Can Do Coach.
Okay, you coaching them hoes.
I am, I'm a certified master coach. I work with people who are entrepreneurs trying to launch things, make things happen, create more money and revenue and emotional, financial, and mental health in their lives as they're working through their entrepreneurship process.
Can we be clear that you're black?
I'm a black lady.
Let them know we offering.
Come on now, I'm a Brooklyn girl all day.
Brooklyn in the house. Let them know that we are offering this, and I made up a new word.
Offering this.
Yeah, I'm offering this to all the black people. I mean, you see us on this red light. That's Marcus J. He got his own podcast station that's been running for how many years, sir?
11.
Thank you. Getting it. My name is Jay Grizzy. I've been out here in these streets.
Long time.
Getting it. That's Steph B. She out here promoting her business, and she is
getting it all day, baby.
All day.
Always forward.
The Hustler's Hive.
You
That's
know
what we
I mean?
call it, the Hustler's Hive.
Always forward.
Thank you.
You know,
Look
I
at
would
you, Mark.
love to say, I mean, there'd be a whole nother episode to sit here and talk about what Kanye and Kyrie talking about, because
Come on, you got to call me back for that.
I'm going to get you back for that.
Please do.
Because some of these cats is out here wilding, but some of these cats are really speaking on that ish. And sometimes when I sit back, I'm sitting there like, where the lie, ho? Where the lie? Where the lie? That's all I'm asking. If Jay Grizzy and Taking No Shorts, if I'm about what I'm talking about with this big ass sign behind me and everything, where is the motherfucking lie? Somebody put me on that. If you tell me what the lie is, then I might figure it out. But otherwise, I'm not Animal at the Muppet Show. Motherfucker, nah. I'm not that guy. And anybody that look like me or come from where I come from is not that guy or lady or woman. So I'm going to pass it to my last guest here. Thank you. I know he's sitting there like, this nigga gone.
We all are.
This nigga gone.
You gotta be worried about his 9 to 5. Like,
You
don't
do
let
not
this man
represent
get you
me.
fired, Tim.
You do not represent me.
He's wondering how long the dump
Put
button
the
works.
disclaimer out, please.
Thank you. Disclaimer is this my shit. So, Alpo from Light Skin Alpo.
Edit.
Light skin elbow.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep this short and sweet, America. Thank you for having me on. I love you, brother.
I love you too, man.
I'm driving you home tonight.
No, sir.
Yeah, he gotta get a
Oh, my
ride.
God. Y'all gonna do me like, hold on. The shit look hit. That's all I can say.
We drank some Jay-Z qualified.
Hey, man, thank y'all. Fuck all that. I mean, if you gonna do it, fuck all that. You only got
Look,
one.
I'm gonna tell you this: you have a feminist, a black womanist co-signing
Thank
on you.
honey. Thank you, baby girl.
I
appreciate
love you.
Thank
I
you.
love that you'll take the heat.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
we will have those hard discussions.
We only got one lap to run. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
My brother.
Tag in. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Taking No Shorts podcast. I'm your host, Jay Grizzy. You only got a couple laps around this some bitch. How you gonna run that bitch? How you gonna run it? I choose, because I got people behind me, in front of me. I'm gonna run that some bitch like it can't be run like nobody else. Thank you. Bye-bye.
We talking about practice, Not a game. We talking about practice.
Now I gotta talk, we all gotta be quiet. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding. I'm a man, I'm 40.
And now your host, Taking No Shorts podcast, Jay Grizzy.